Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. You know what it is, man. Just smash the like button. If you've never been here before, hopefully you enjoy the content and you subscribe. There's enough of you in there, 60 people. Daps will be in it in a second or in about 5-ish minutes. So my bad. It's going to be kind of a short show because we're going to be going to do our watch long, in about 50 minutes, about 45 minutes. So this should be like a 45 minute show, nice and sweet. And we can talk about anything that's new. You know, like Anthony Gordon, like, sorry, Liverpool fans, but you got gas for about 2 minutes and it's not happening. But smash the like button. There's 100 of you here. Let's see how England do. We're going to talk about England. We'll see. I'm probably going to see when the lineups come out it should be out in about now-ish, about 5 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. What's it called? We got, man like Archie Grays. I can't believe it, but Tottenham Hotspur is flexing their muscles, bro. And obviously in a group chat, Hooks is not liking it. He still thinks Tottenham are shit. But every time we try to say that Tottenham are making moves, all of a sudden, they're going to get Archie Gray and Eze. So there we go. And then we've obviously got Dewsbury-Hall, who's just signed for Chelsea. I believe it's around a figure of 30 million, whilst the youngster goes the other way in a separate deal. Never heard of him before, but something shady there. Shock. And then obviously Arsenal, Calafiori inquiries. Interesting, because that's actually concrete. So we're going to talk a little bit about England, and we're going to talk about the transfer stuff as well at the same time. I think it's all great in it, but do smash the like button. 150 of you here, nice and early on a Sunday. What you guys saying, man? Mr. VD, Mr. Hooks in the building.
Boy, today is the day we find out if England go that one step further, boy. But I won't lie, even if we beat Slovakia, I don't think we'll be able to get past Switzerland.
Here we go, man. Yeah, go on, VD. What are you saying?
England, I don't know, man. England never fell.
Yeah, thank you. God. Never fell what? Never fell what?
They never fail to amaze me. Like, how can you? It's the same as like the golden generation, right? You got all these good talents, terrible managers, not used well. Sometimes it just looks like the cohesion's all over the place. I mean, the fact that Palmer and Kobe Mino, especially, you know, them two, the fact they don't start, criminal. Even Ian Wright, Arsenal's second best ever player, to some, saying Saka should be starting left back. So my boy can play right wing. Yeah. Kobe Mino's got to be in that team as well.
Wait.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Up with Declan Rice, man.
Sorry. Need to correct you there. He didn't say Saka should play left back so Cole Palmer could play right wing. He said Saka should play left back because he's a naturally left-sided player, and that's what England
Cole Palmer's got to be in the team.
But you can play Palmer elsewhere, so it doesn't even make sense. You can also play Saka on the left wing. So
I'm pretty sure they were talking about
let's
Palmer,
not do this
and
because
I'm pretty sure they were talking about Palmer.
Are we doing a tribalism thing when England's about to play? Are we really?
No, because you know what? Yeah, the one thing that annoys me, about a lot of England fans, just in general, is that they think because Palmer was able to score 10 plus penalties for Chelsea or something like that, he's going to come onto the right wing for England and do better than Saka, who's been England's best player for the last 2 years. So let's allow it. Saka's currently the second highest goal scorer for England in the team right now. So I don't ever want to hear nobody say nothing about so far this one season wonder scoring bare penalties gonna come in and do better than Saka.
Do you know what's crazy?
By the way,
take away Palmer's penalties, he's still scored 3 more goals than Saka with all of Saka's penalties. Didn't Saka score 6 this season? Saka scored 6 penalties this season. Cole Palmer scored 9.
How many seasons has
away
Cole
and
Palmer
still
been
better?
doing what he's doing?
Huh?
How many seasons has Cole Palmer been doing what he's doing?
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
Hello? Doesn't it?
Genuinely.
All right.
Do you know who's the thing? Yeah. Do you know?
Cool.
Yeah?
Cool.
Wait, are we living now or are we living a few years ago?
What?
Are we living now in the current day, current moment, right here, right this second, or are we living a couple years ago?
Wow, is this what we're doing?
Yeah, it is what we're doing. Because
Wait,
do you know what?
okay.
Yeah, do you know what? If a player has a good season,
What is we doing?
if a player
is
has
this
a
what we're
good
doing?
season and he's in form, why does it matter where he was a couple years ago? The fact of the matter is he's good now.
Bruh.
He's playing now. He's doing his thing now. Okay,
But-
and going forward, you're
But
going
you
off
know, but
doing
you
now.
know why you do? But you know why you do that? Because you know that you can't draw on past performances, and you know you can't draw on anything. You know there's no consistency. You know deep down it could have just been a fluke of a season. But we'll find out, right? We'll find out, right? Because what did he do when he came on for England?
He was brilliant when he came on. He instantly created chances.
Was
Instantly.
he?
Yes.
I saw that shot on
he
target,
was.
you know. I saw that shot on target, you know. Gazy.
You getting on this England chat?
If we put tribalism aside, Saka has to start over Palmer on the right wing.
You know what? We need to stop this. You man are talking about shit, yeah? It's the wrong conversation. Me and Daps, everyone, we talk about the same shit all the fucking time. All the time, yeah? He's coming on right now as well, and you'll be able to hear what you lot are saying, right? It's not about who starts on the right. We got to stop this bollocks. Saka's been England's best player in the last couple of years. Let's get one thing straight. Palmer deserves to start in some sort of fashion, bro. There's one denominator. It's called Jude Smellingham. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, let's stop this stuff, because there could be one fix very, very easily, yeah, and that is literally where all these guys can play. How about we drop someone else rather than say my player is better than your player, my balls are bigger than your balls? Do you know what I'm saying? Don't you not agree?
I'm just speaking the facts.
Jude, I don't know, man. I think he's so overrated. I think he's so that Madrid PR is going crazy. I don't see what he offers to a team. I really don't. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it should be.
I think he's so meaty. I think he's.
Who are you talking about?
He's limited. Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, overrated. I think England's most overrated player by a mile. Ballon d'Or shouts for him is crazy.
No,
Ballon d'Or.
Bro. Ballon d'Or shouts, yeah. You have to put it into why he's getting the Ballon d'Or shouts, right? And I said this the other day. There's ticks you have to do. There's levels, like there's ticks that are worth 0.5, ticks that are worth 1, right? The minute you sign for Real Madrid, there's a tick next to your name. You've qualified to be put forward for the Ballon d'Or just by playing for Real Madrid, right? Then you win the league. That's another, for me, winning the league, it sounds mad, is another 0.5 tick, yeah? It sounds crazy, but in Ballon d'Or world, that's what it is. Win the league, another 0.5 tick. Then there's the Champions League. Now, the Champions League in Ballon d'Or terms, that's a big, worth 1 point, big green tick, right? He's done 3 of them already. The last one is the last one is obviously win either the Euros or the World Cup. Another tick that is actually worth 0.5 is play well, bro. Like, and that's the one for me. Now, I wouldn't say he is a meaty player. For me personally, in the 10 role, he's a meaty player. In the 8 role, he cooks. There's a reason why they signed Jude Bellingham, yeah? You have to think why Real Madrid decided to go out and break the bank and sign Jude Bellingham. They signed him off of what he did at Dortmund in the 8 role and what he did from the age of 16 or 17 for England in the 8 role, right? He cooks in the 8 role. He does what an 8 should do. He's got energy. He gets back. He wins the ball. He's intelligent, moving the ball forward. He drives with the ball and he crashes the box. These are all things that a box to box an 8 does, right? A 10 does different things. But Real Madrid, because of where they are this last season with the players they had, they put him in the 10 role and he scored goals. But if we're being honest and we look at the big games, right, he wasn't good in the Champions League final. I'm pretty certain in both semi-finals he wasn't great. I know in the quarterfinals he wasn't great against City, but he has scored goals for them. But for me personally, we've all been bamboozled, including Southgate, into all of a sudden ranking Jude Bellingham based on the 10 role, where the truth is Jude Bellingham is where he is and spoke about because of what he did in the 8 role. But what Cass was just saying, we're all trying to look at players and this and that and this and that, but it's in a sad place. It don't matter who starts, bro. It does not matter who starts. The main thing is what instructions has he given to these players, right? If we score 1 goal, are we gonna in the 15th minute? Are we all of a sudden gonna go to a bank of 4, bank of 6, and invite them onto us? And that's the thing. I don't think it's the players. It's just literally, it's all the manager, man. And I heard Cass as I come in saying he's done divide and conquer perfectly. Yeah, because like he's got Arsenal, he's got Declan Rice coming out and backing him almost and backing his. He's got Declan Rice coming out and saying half the country wanted Trent in midfield. And no half of the country wanted Trent in midfield. What's he talking about? But I don't believe that Declan Rice wrote that speech. I believe that Declan Rice got told, this is what you need to say to back our manager. Same with Kane. He's doing divide and conquer. And that's why on all shows and on Twitter and whatever, Arsenal fans are here defending Declan Rice. I'm here having to defend Foden. Therefore, I'm maybe trying to find a way to blame Declan Rice to deflect off of Foden. Liverpool fans are doing the same about Trent. We're all literally defending our players and attacking others, when the truth is every single one of us should just be very clear with this. This isn't on none of our players. We've seen Rice all season at Arsenal. We've seen Saka all season at Arsenal. We've seen Trent ball out for years at Liverpool. We've seen Foden, Walker, Stones ball out at City. Listen, you can even go as far as talking about Crystal Palace players and saying that these Crystal Palace players know how to play out from the back at Crystal Palace. We can talk about Maynard, what he did. All of it, yeah? But the fact is, it don't matter because they're being told not to play the way they play at their club. And it's just divide and conquer, bro. And by the way, let me be clear. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope today we see an absolute masterclass. I hope England win. And I hope that we see something different. And I'm here hopeful. I'm here excited to watch the game like a dickhead, that I'm excited and invested in England once again. And it won't happen.
Let me just do these two quick as well. Before you lot come in, Illicat, Saka, 200 minutes, 0 shots on target this Euros. Yeah, but then he set up a goal and he's been one of our better players taking on players.
I think Walker, one of the positives, definitely the first 2 games, I would say, maybe not the third so much, but one of the positives I would take is the Walker-Saka link up down the right has worked well. I think those two have looked good together. So
Declan Rice, biggest industry plant. No, I ain't gonna deny that one.
I hear what they're saying about.
Yeah.
I do hear what they're saying because we've all known about Declan Rice from young. But you can say the same about Foden. You can say the same about any England player that the British media just get behind it.
Yeah. By the way, there's 400 of you in the building, nice and early as well. If you haven't done so, you can see it on the poll in it. If you've liked this video as soon as possible, you've done your job. You can vote on it if you've done it, and I see there's 68 votes. I have a quick time done. Yes, Daddy, or see, Pappy. So which one have you done? Which one have you done?
Pappy,
Yeah. Come on, man. Smash that like button. Flamboyant vibes, man. But yeah.
Zesty vibes.
I think the lineup comes out in about 9 minutes, right?
Has there been any?
Nope.
No leaks, really?
No, just a Cobby one.
No Old Trafford vibes?
Yeah. No. I mean, there was Old Trafford vibes last night.
There was last night.
It was last night.
It was mad Old Trafford
So
vibes.
yeah, man. What were you thinking Southgate's going to go for?
I think he'll go for the exact same lineup and maybe put Manu in. That's probably the extent of it. Actually, no, Trippier's injured, right?
Well, I'm going to look at the lineup now. I think it's just come out.
Trippier, I heard Trippier's back, I heard Trippier's fit to play. I heard Shaw's actually apparently fit to play as well, but I don't think he will start. But I'll be honest, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, no, it's not.
When someone I always judge with City, yeah. The morning of the game, I think most clubs do it. They release it's match day and they have like an artwork. And I usually go by whatever player is on that artwork, there's a good chance that he's starting. And I kind of with Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer's been involved in a few...
Mino's starting.
Is it out?
Same lineup, but just Mino in for Gallagher.
No Palmer, even though he's doing all the interviews and that.
Chelsea's fan, you can suck them nuts then, isn't it?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Big up Rents.
I told you not good enough. He's not good enough.
Trippier's back as well. Trippier's playing.
Bro, just let me know, Just let me know how Jude Smellingham is playing, man. The guy, is barely... I'm not going to get too bit into it, but he pisses me off, man. Like, this at the moment, I don't care if he's playing for Real Madrid and that, you're going to get Real Madrid treatment. If you start flopping and you can't do the 10-year-old, then, mate, I'm on to you, man. Like, he needs to be dropped, bro. Like, we're going to see the exact same shit. The left-hand side is going to be an issue, man.
So we're still not putting Foden in the 10. I find that so criminal, man.
It's criminal.
I honestly just find it so criminal that Foden is still not playing in the 10. Yeah, I don't want to because obviously I think Manu's a good prospect in it. I think he's got a lot of potential. So I wouldn't want to not allow him to have his time in it. But I definitely feel like Bellingham should just be in the 8 alongside Rice, and then Foden should be in the 10. And then it's just so simple. Then if you wanted to, you could slap Saka left wing, and then you could bring the likes of a Palmer on the right wing, and then you've kind of changed it up, and then England's a bit different, right? But this Southgate guy, he's just a dinosaur. He's got no footballing brain, man.
None,
Right?
bro.
Look at Nagelsmann. Look at what Nagelsmann
let's
did
be-
yesterday. Look what Nagelsmann did yesterday.
Yeah, but
he played the
completely
lineup.
switched
He
it up,
switched it.
And do you know the maddest thing is, he actually obviously I'm on a bit of Sane watch just for legacy and whatever, yeah. And I don't think Sane's been good this tournament at all. He's come on as a sub, I think, definitely in the first game. I don't know about the second game. Didn't look great. Started yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But
I told you about
just
Julian
because
Nagelsmann, man. I told you.
just
this
because
guy-
Nagelsmann saw it and thought, yeah, you know what, against this team, I think we need to hit him with some pace. But yeah, I think Anthony Gordon deserves a start. To be honest with you, I think he's the most obvious one to start on the left. But again, and you know what, and I'm here saying this. If that means dropping Foden, then so be it, right? If to play someone in their natural position means dropping Foden, all right, fair enough. Let's try that. But obviously Southgate wants to. I do understand Southgate's whole thing about we need to get the players used to playing with each other. But at the same time, in tournament football, it does get to a point where, bro, this is not a 38-game season, yeah?
Yeah.
We need to cook sooner or later. 3 games in, it ain't cooked yet. Maybe now is the time to
You know
change,
what,
bro.
though? As a good manager would have probably had an idea about the base core of a squad through qualifiers.
Would have known a
and
year ago,
friendlies.
bro.
He should have known what it really was, yeah? He tried the Henderson thing, and I'm actually convinced FA said no. Stop.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm convinced they said no. Yeah. So I'm looking at it along the lines of this, yeah? You had this whole time, everything he says, yeah,
I think the truth is what you
is-
said there, bro.
is bollocks. You've had a whole time to build what you wanted to build and go through that. You can't say, oh, you got to give them time to, to slot in and play with each other. So what? So that's a so what? What about Slovakia then? What about Slovenia?
Bro.
What about any of these guys like Denmark and the rest of the crew? They always have time to. That applies for them lot too. Then,
But you know
Because
what?
it's an
I think you're on something there because I was on a show yesterday with some City fans and I was talking about my explaining when I was a kid, when I was really, really young. Yeah, I was probably more club and country. Yeah, I used to go to some England games and whatever, but it's just been the life has just been sucked out of me in support. And I've said it before. People, there's a difference between a racist and a proud Englishman, right? I am a proud Englishman, yeah. I do rep England. I'm English and I rep England, right? But it's been sucked out of me by this shit football I've seen from such a young age. Now, what you just said there about you think it's the FA. If we really deep it, bro, this isn't the first generation we've seen this with, right? We've seen this with other generations. And if you look at don't matter what manager we get, we still end up seeing this same old shit, yeah? And it's a bit like, is it institutionalized that the FA are to a point where they are telling managers like shit like, for example, as an example, you must play Bellingham and Kane, yeah? Because they are symbols of this country right now. Bellingham, we might get a Ballon d'Or with this man, right? This man must play every game. Harry Kane is, he's a blue-eyed boy. He fits every single English stereotype there possibly is. And he's gone abroad playing for Bayern. He ain't won a trophy yet. So no, he must play. And I don't know if the FA are kind of telling all of our managers all the time, like, again, we are about passion. We're about, come on, do it for the lads. We're about hard work and the fans singing and all that crap. And actually, that's why we're going for the managers we're going for. Because otherwise, listen, we will know after this tournament with the manager we get. Because if we don't get a Potter or we don't get I'll say Eddie Howe, but I'm Potter over Eddie Howe personally. But if we don't get a manager that actually fully knows how to play ball, yeah, I am convinced the FA are fucking doing this, and we might as well just give up on England.
Potentially, yeah. No, the Harry Kane thing is weird because he can drop the maddest of stinkers, but still play 90 minutes every game. So maybe maybe Southgate is being kind of put in positions where he has to play certain players. But I always felt like he had favorites. I feel like the time when he came in, he had there was a core group of players that were playing really well at club level, and he just stuck with them, and he's just rigid. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he knows no better. I don't think he knows how to switch it. Maybe he's scared. Maybe he's got the kind of mindset of, if I take a risk, it might backfire and then look bad on me. So yeah, I know that it doesn't look great what I'm doing right now, but at least we're grinding out something, and we've made it out of the group stages. So maybe if I just carry on,
that's where
he's got no excuse.
That's where he needs to be consistent, though. Because I hear that, yeah, I totally hear why a manager would do that, yeah. But for me, if that was him, if that was his reasoning, then like last minute, why did all of a sudden last minute when the squad came out, we're like, what the fuck? Because it's 3 left wingers that he's taken everywhere: Grealish, Rashford, Sterling, right? All of a sudden, they'll drop Wharton's in out of nowhere, right? It's like all of a sudden he's gone, I'm going to give in to the public pressure and I'm going to give them what they want. And the squad, we're looking at the squad going, looks a bit unbalanced, but all right. But then ultimately, he shot himself in the foot, because if we really deep it, yeah, we have a squad that can play football and can play football from the back to the front, yeah?
Yeah.
But then the style of football that maybe he actually wants to play is the old school Southgate way, which is soak it up, hoof it long. Well, in that case, if you're going to play that football, that's when you need your Sterling. That's when you need your Rashford. That's even when you need your Grealish to hold the ball up. So if you want to play that shitty football, you've left the key people for that at home. There's nothing. Anyway, listen, I hope we all have to eat our words. I hope Southgate has a fucking.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if Bellingham gets a goal today. That means we shut the fuck up. We will end up winning like 3-0. That means we also shut the fuck up. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh wait, England might be able to do a thing against Switzerland. That makes us shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? That's probably bro, it's written in the stars, bro.
Let's be real. That is the way that these tournaments usually go. The England start off with a win. Then they look a bit shitty, but still qualify. Last 16, we usually win, and win enough to make everyone start saying it's coming home, right? And then that's when we start stinking after that, usually.
That's the one.
But the last 16 is usually the one that makes, all of a sudden the weather come out, everyone starts, Badil and Skinner will pop up and go, fuck it, let's just release it one more time. And then the whole country gets behind them. Then we have stinkers again.
Yeah. What were we saying prediction-wise, VD? We got
do you know what? I'm gonna actually. It's always the hope that kills you, right? I'm gonna say 2-0. I'm gonna say 2-0 to us. It's overdue, man. The thing is, the laws of the universe always say if you wait for something long enough, it will arrive, right? Yeah. We're overdue a good performance. We are so
the other thing is, maybe
performance.
I mean, I've done something like that today. I've wore so far every game. I've wore something to do with England. I'm not wearing nothing to do with England. No England. I've gone. Do you know what? Today I'm going to try something different. The other one I'm thinking is, that one where people say, don't if you've got something in the oven cooking, don't watch it or it won't cook. You need to look away. Have you ever heard that one before? Maybe we should just not watch the game today, and then we'll all be surprised afterwards and be like, fucking wait, what? Nah. I'm good. I reckon
maybe a few wings. I mean,
wings. Why? What's he ordering? Hold on. What are you ordering?
He wants KFC.
No. I don't want.
I'll share yours, isn't it? If you want.
I reckon.
Yeah. Can't say.
I reckon 2-1 England. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. 2-1 England. I think.
I think Slovakia are gonna end
what we say 2-0 England. Big up Solomon in the building. I see your name there. Lumen say 3-0, 1-1 England on penalties. That's probably the likelihood.
Or England on penalties.
2 goals is a lot for England. 2-1 Slovakia. Saka, I hate you, Benedict.
Wait, I tell you what. If it does get to penalties, watch Pickford over exaggerating every single dive.
He's actually not that bad when it comes to it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he does over exaggerate a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Screaming with passion. Have you spoken on transfers at all?
No, that's what I was going to get into now as well. Obviously, there's England stuff, but we can also talk about transfer stuff right now. Dewsbury-Hall just signed 30 million.
Confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed now. It's here we go.
It's got the here we go. You know however much we hate him, I was about to say, is it got the here we go?
Ornstein broke it first, really.
Oh,
so.
What then?
Actually, tell a lie. Kinsella, big up him. Yeah, he got it first. He's the one that actually broke it before everyone.
Kinsella, what?
And it seems to sign like
Kid.
I don't know. No, his name's like, oh my god, yeah.
It is a Kinsella.
Is that his name? Something Kinsella, I think it is. N something Kinsella. I don't know, but big up him, man. He was one that kind of broke it. England have to sharp today to send a message. Big up everyone enjoying TIFO watch long, which is in the damn pinned. So me and Daps and Stoops is probably gonna have head loss, or we're gonna be absolutely shameless because it has to go one way. And everyone that says England are gonna lose to Slovakia in here, yeah. Don't say it's just Slovakia when we do end up beating them because it's coming home.
Fucking Nizar broke it right.
Yeah,
right. I was
big
about
up
to say,
Solomon, man, for that super chat. Go on.
You know what, Nizar, he went for a rough patch, but he seems to have got his sources back.
What? He's proper Chelsea.
Yeah,
vibes,
like he
been through a rough
back
patch.
back when Roman and when it was the Roman era, he was like one of the top news sources. Then the new owners came in and everything just crashed.
Bro,
everything
sounds like your club. Sounds like your club.
Yeah, but then he's got them back. He's got the sources
well,
back.
maybe that's
Good
a
on
sign.
Nizar.
Maybe that is a sign.
Yeah,
Maybe. You're happy with the signing? You said he's going to prove everyone wrong, innit? You said Dewsbury-Hall's
I think he's a good signing. I think when the signing or the transfer rumors came out, a lot of people were angry because this is not Chelsea level. This is not bullshit. He's a good player. He is a very, very I wouldn't say very, very good player, but he's a good player. He's solid.
So where's he starting? Tell me, where's he starting?
Probably
who's been left centre mid? So who's being dropped?
It's not even about who's being.
No. Tell me your midfield. Tell me your front six.
You know what? So I think the midfield, it will be a trio of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Dewsbury-Hall. Now, Lavia, obviously, Lavia is
just a waste of money.
It's just. I can't say anything on Lavia because he's played 30 minutes. Like I can't do anything. And
22.
But don't you think you need Lavia for the balance in that team?
Probably, but I think it's more. It's better to just judge it when preseason comes around because he's going to be ready for preseason. Same way as Nkunku, are we going to see him out wide? Are we going to see him in the middle? Are we going to see Jackson out wide because he can play out wide? It's everything's going to mainly just come in preseason. Trying to predict the lineup is a bit.
No, he's
a bit shaky right now.
Do you know what? I was one of the people that was saying, for me, Dewsbury-Hall, I'm not saying he's a bad footballer. What I'm saying is I think Chelsea would get top four without. I personally think Chelsea are going to get top four next season without Dewsbury-Hall, right? Because I think we'll get a striker. I think, but is he the level raiser for me? And I don't know if he is. However, then Cass kind of convinced me on a few things yesterday, and I do think there's a few things in his favour. The fact that Maresca has played with him, managed him last season. He wants him. He clearly knows this is the role I'm going to give you. Otherwise, he would not be signing him. Yeah, there's that.
Apparently, this was the Chelsea recruitment that wanted.
What? Not Maresca.
Maresca did not.
But they must have. You'd hope. Listen, right? That's a completely separate subject. Fabrizio was so adamant. You as a Chelsea fan. You as a Chelsea fan better hope to God that is not fully true. Not fully true, yeah? Because if it is, it's just another manager that's going to be handed stuff. I would say in this case, because of the fact that he's managed him before, he's probably still had a say in it at very least. They've said, what do you think of him? Because you managed him last season. He's gone, yeah, he's good. But I also think...
He gave him the green light.
100%.
Was saying he gave him the green light saying he's good player. I think Dewsbury-Hall, I think he's going to be... For 30 million, we're sending Golding on the way. Golding, he was a good young player. So they've got a good player in return. But
I also think that unlike your Caicedo, your Enzo, who have come in and the amount they cost, they, even though this is not their first season, they still have all eyes on them. Yeah, a lot of pressure on them just because of that pressure will not go away because of how much you paid for them. Cole Palmer's going to have pressure on him. Can he have a season like he did last season? Mudrik's going to have the pressure on him. Mudrik, can you ever step the fuck up? Jackson's second season, can you improve on your goals? I actually think with Dewsbury-Hall at 30 million and coming from the Championship, there's not really much pressure on him. It's just, bro, go in and play football. What's the worst that can happen? So I kind of think, I am starting to see why this signing is quite a good signing for Chelsea.
It's good. You know what? When I watch him play, he reminds me a bit of Mason Mount. What Mason Mount was here, where he's got a lot of energy in the midfield. I think he's like a Mason Mount, but technically better. I think his eye for a pass.
I was a fan of Mason Mount. One of the few people that was.
I liked him. He was very inconsistent. I hate him now that he's gone. And he's some weird guy. I swear on. like
I don't
some
watch
of
the
his
comments. There's a
timing.
lot of him
Some
or
of
the
his
comments. The
timing
comments
was
for them.
No, for Mason.
Oh,
Listen, we'd lost a final to Liverpool. The next day, he's saying, "Send me your fan comps."
yeah.
What do you mean? This ain't the time to be doing that.
Bro,
He
let's
laughs
be
after
real.
the game with people and
All of
I
that
don't
type
know.
of stuff, but all of that stuff, that's why he suits Man United. He suits
Yeah.
Man United perfectly because them man be making mistakes like that all the time. Their admin on their Twitter and that, they don't read the room a lot. So he's suiting it. I mean, the fact that he came on as a sub and like he's hardly featured all season, he's sticking his tongue out at the camera and whatever. It's like, bro, no,
Who's
you
that?
haven't done Mason Mount. You're not remember.
Oh,
It's like, bro, you ain't earned the right to do none of that yet. Play some football first. But
Oh, he does my head, man. But
I
anyway,
think his eye
go
for
on.
a pass is a lot better than Mount's. I think
I used to like the
he's
way
very
Mount
technically
drove the ball.
underrated, Dewsbury-Hall. I think he's very, very underrated, Dewsbury-Hall. I think he's going to
Hmm.
show a lot of people.
Oh, don't
prove a lot
worry.
of people wrong.
Everyone that didn't rate Dewsbury from Chelsea are now licking his arsehole. So there we go.
Yeah.
I was firm on it.
Yeah.
Do you know my issue was
Yo, you
when
was
we were
what?
late-
You was firm on what?
Dewsbury-Hall.
Licking
He
his
was firm on
arsehole.
Dewsbury-Hall.
He's
No.
firm on
Everybody
Everybody
bro,
was
but it is what it is.
everybody
Pause.
was saying like they were diminishing him, yeah, because they didn't want him at Chelsea. Don't say he's a bad player because
He's
you don't
not.
want him.
I
Because
like
they
him,
don't
man.
go they like if you want to say, yeah, cool, we got Chukwuemeka, we got Andre Santos, we got Gallagher, we got all these players, yeah, we don't really need a midfielder. Fair enough, say that. But don't say he's a bad player because he's fucking not. He was the best player in the championship last season. And like
Easily.
the thing is with Chelsea fans, yeah, this is the thing that pisses me off. We complain, yeah, Enzo, you're not producing enough. Caicedo, you're not producing enough. No one's efficient in this team. So then you go and buy a midfielder with efficiency and you're whining. What do you mean you're whining? Why are you whining? He gives you the efficiency that
Bro.
you're looking for.
This
You
is
know
why I
what?
don't like
You know
Chelsea
It
what?
makes
fans.
no sense. It aggravates me so much.
This is why I don't like Chelsea fans. Because I know 100 million% if Dewsbury-Hall went to Manchester United or he went to Arsenal or he went to Tottenham or he went to Liverpool, Chelsea fans would not be talking this highly of Dewsbury-Hall. No,
I'm not
Chelsea
even
fans
saying,
would
like,
be
oh, he's
front,
the guy I
would be
wanted.
at the front
Yeah.
of the line.
I was hearing it. I was hearing it. I would have been like, do you know what? He had a good
because he
season
plays
last
for
season.
Chelsea now. Oh,
Yeah, but Freeman's
he's
good
he's
price,
used to
man.
play, you know, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
30
I
million is
think
a
right.
really good
I think
price.
the 30 million is a good price, but what I would say is, I think right for the sensible Chelsea fans, I think they're like 30 million, and they look at everything like, yeah, it's a good signing. For some of the Twitter Chelsea fans, yeah, they're thinking 30 million and a name like Dewsbury-Hall. That's not. Nah, I can't boast about that on Twitter. So they're going, nah, didn't want him, don't want him, think he's shit. Because ultimately, they want to be buying, they actually do want to be buying another 120 million Enzo Fernandez. That's what they want. That because they've got bragging rights. You've got to remember, bro, this is Chelsea's season. This is what you lot look forward to, the summer. This is where you man win stuff. You win, you get wins over Liverpool. You get wins over Arsenal. So this is your bragging period right now for the last few years. And I feel some of them, man, they can't brag about Dewsbury-Hall for 30 million. It's just ain't got that same power as Enzo for 120.
Yeah. City has 2 players in each position. Every top club is trying to do the same. Where does he start? Shush, man. All right,
Hold on. City don't have
City
two
don't
players in
actually have
each position.
one of the smallest squads. They got players that can play in 2 positions, but they don't have a player for every position. That's Arsenal as it goes.
Yeah,
if you
bro,
wanna do that.
City's, honestly, and I will say this again because I've been saying this for years and fucking years when other content creators go on about that. And I say, no problem, line up a show on my channel or your channel where we'll go through your squad and we'll go through my squad and we'll actually see you as 2 players in every position. And you'll find it's not, come on, City haven't had an actual left back for how many years? In fact, talking left backs, we might be getting one back in a minute, but we haven't had an actual left back. Look, in Pep's era,
But you
apart
got 2
from
people to play there.
Bro, right, we have. But what I'm
That
saying
played very
is,
well there as well.
right, but Ake is a
Walker,
centre back. Vardio is a left back.
That's unfair
Right?
though. Because
Zinchenko. Bro, no. What I'm trying to say is that when people say City have 2 players in every position, we don't, right? Because ultimately, we seem to have this voodoo on buying left backs. The only actual left back we got was Mendy. He was fucking dog. Well, we know about Mendy, innit? And it was injury prone, and then he had the case. Before under Pep, we've had Ake, who's a centre back, Vardio, who's a centre back, Zinchenko, who naturally is a midfielder, right, centre mid, and I personally think for Ukraine looks best in the centre mid role. Delph, centre mid.
But that's because of your manager. So I think it's semantics to say that you don't have a left back.
All right, no problem. So
that's how we want to play.
So even if we say City have 2 right backs, right? Kyle Walker. Who's the second one? I dare you say Rico Lewis because he's a midfielder. He's came up his whole career in midfield. Like it's not true. Like, so it's what it is.
Oh yeah, Sergio Gomez. I use a bum anyways.
Gomez. No, but again, bro, anyone saying Sergio Gomez is a left back, Sergio Gomez is a fucking winger. Bro, remember the last Euros, the last under-21s Euros? He was joint top goal scorer. He plays as a fucking wing back or a winger, not a left back.
Yeah. Moving on.
Anyway, there is Cancelo who's potentially coming back.
They delete the post.
Yeah, but
that's weird.
Bro, if it's on,
that's weird.
It must be something to do with money.
Has to be.
That's why it's got released too early, probably.
Yeah.
Probably it'll be re-put out. But it's not just him; it's him and Felix, isn't it?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But I think we'll still sell Cancelo. I think we'll either sell or loan out Cancelo. He won't be coming
Felix
back.
might be the biggest hooker in football. You know, he's going every say, "You want me? Who wants me?" Nah, I'm not sure about that. You know, he went to Atletico, they binned him off. We didn't want to sign him.
I'm telling you now, yeah. One day, someone take note of whoever Felix's agent is, yeah? Because
is it not Mendes?
Right. Well, in that case, in about Felix, in 10 years' time when Felix retires, I guarantee you find out Mendes has been head topped for giving the worst advice in football history when he told João Felix to join Atletico Madrid. That just killed the man.
He won't mind. He got a mad fee.
Well, yeah, to be fair,
fee for that mad move.
Now he's out here looking for Felix is cold, man. But they literally, when you talk about what is it? With Chelsea give what contracts when they're a long contract?
Slave contract.
A death row contract, yeah? That is what Atletico did with João Felix. Because they put him on a mad wage. They gave him a fucking mad high release clause, which basically means no one wants to buy him because they just can't afford to buy him. But meanwhile, he's just stinking out the gaff at fucking Atletico.
That's the one. But you know who's not stinking out the gaff? Archie Gray. Looks like he's getting hijacked by Spurs. Brentford bid got rejected in the end because of the structure of the deal. And Spurs are coming in for their man. They're saying around the 35-40 million deal is the case. Archie Gray, man, he was being monitored by a lot of top clubs. Whether you look like it or not, I'll tell you again. Spurs are doing up some good business.
Could you tell us first who these top clubs, because define top clubs that we're actually watching.
So Man United first scouted him.
That's not top club right now.
Anyways, they are top club, whether you like it or not.
Well, yeah, but we have.
There we go. Stop. Arsenal monitoring him.
Right.
Liverpool monitoring him.
Cass, I won't stop. We've had this conversation, and you said, yeah, fair point. Right now, the level of players that Man United are looking at are not top-rate players. You've admitted that. You said at the moment, United have to go for players that suit where they are.
So a top club, or we talk about the toppest clubs? Which
so I don't think at the moment in this league, United are not a top club. Where do you finish again?
7th.
Right, so it's not a top club, is it?
I didn't Chelsea on a top club either then. Spurs never not a top club.
Right,
you
no,
know, only top clubs.
I fully agree with you.
So in that case, then Aston Villa are a top club more than Man United because of
they've got Champions League football, so yeah, they can probably go for higher caliber of players.
Have they got a top season or are they a top club? Which one?
No, they can go for. We're talking about who you can go for in the transfer window. They can go for a higher caliber of players.
I guarantee more players would want to come to Man United.
Well, you can't guarantee that because you can't prove it.
I guarantee I can because the amount of names that we get.
Please give me the proof then.
Any names that we've had, bar no pre-season, no Champions League over the years.
Currently, De Ligt is not exciting.
Yeah, but would he go to Aston? All right, would De Ligt go to Aston Villa over Man United?
I don't know if they went in for him. He might do because of Champions League football. Because you man, what have you got? Have you got conference?
No, you've got Europa League.
You got Europa.
See, heritage does matter in football, but I wouldn't really expect that from a City fan anyway. So I don't know. It seems like you're fighting.
Whoa. Little man. Yeah, bro. You know football, yeah? So as you know football, I presume you know quite a lot about Chelsea. So I will allow Cass to talk about heritage. I will allow Hooks to talk about heritage, yeah? Bro, before you had money and before we had money, we had won 11 major trophies. You had won 7. So please, Chelsea, never talk to me about heritage because you ain't got none.
Tell him. Yes, tell him.
Anyways, Villa just lost their best player, so they're great. They're top club. Douglas Luiz. Easily,
fuck knows why he went.
So there you go. Then they're not a top club. Then,
I still think they've got more pull than you at the moment. Because Champions League football. You saying anyways won't shut me up, Cass.
I don't know, but you're the one that started.
No, but yeah, because and I'm telling you,
you're talking too much.
Champions League football Bro, I'll talk as much as I want.
I know, but you're just talking too much.
It's my channel. I'll talk as much as I want.
I didn't say you couldn't, but you're just talking too much.
Anyway, ultimately, Champions League football, you don't have it, then man do. Simple.
And that's big. And anyways, and we still pull more than them, trust me. But what's it called? Anyways, Archie Gray, Tottenham. Good signing, man. Basuma should be scared.
Is it confirmed?
David Ornstein.
What?
It's not a deal done. Not a deal done, but they've gone in for him for the price.
Right.
But that's what it is. It's collapsed with Brentford, and I thought Brentford, Vinny was getting gassed, who's up in the chat. But Spurs getting in
to play where, do you think?
He's a DM man.
Right.
And I think
Basuma.
Let's be real. If Basuma carries on the form that he has been going on with, I'm sorry, but Basuma's under threat.
Yeah.
And rightly so, he should be under threat.
Right?
He looks like it.
Yeah.
And he's not a DM, let's be real, man.
He hasn't
more
gone
like
yet,
an 8.
has he?
He looks more like an 8. He's not gone yet, but I think his agent came out about wanting to move.
Who's their right back?
Pedro Porro.
Yeah.
They need a new right back.
It's midfield.
They need a new right back, anyways, and a left back.
To be fair with him, you're getting the fact that he can play right back. Oh, yeah, he can. You're right. You're right. He can play right back and he can play midfield.
Did he not play right back against Chelsea? Did he not play against right back? That Leeds game last year against you lot? Archie Gray at right back?
Archie Gray, I don't think so.
I swear he did.
But either way,
I saw him a lot in the middle.
They're killing two birds with one stone again. They're getting a player that can cover for Pedro and still play in the middle.
Which I think is probably ideal for someone like, what's his name again? Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah.
So as much Hooks still doesn't want to give them any sort of respect. You don't have to, by the way. I don't have to. But
I don't either,
but you know what it is that share? I'm trying to explain to this guy. The thing is, he wants to come talk to me and say, you go to Man United, it's a death career, right? Which is fine. I think I can agree with that. But what you get out of that is a minor trophy. Yeah, whether it's European or not. But this guy's talking like the last two, like his club was in the shit before 2 years ago. But all of a sudden, whatever happened to his club?
Who are you talking about exactly?
This one on our conversation.
Oh, Hooks.
So one sec, yeah. Hooks,
what does that have to do with Tottenham?
Anyways, I know.
In my head
So
right
basically,
now.
what I'm trying to say is, the same way shit flipped for Arsenal is the same way for Tottenham. All of a sudden, shit can flip for any other club too. But he doesn't want to
flip for anyone, bro. It can.
Exactly. Thank you.
But they had their chance.
Tottenham, I don't know. I don't know with Tottenham.
They had their chance for it to flip.
Bro, I'm here with you.
They got to a Champions League final. Tottenham Hotspur got to a Champions League final. They already had their chance for it to flip. And look what happened. They fell off the cliff. This is all I said. Every time in my life, I've always seen Tottenham fall off the cliff. Does them signing Archie Gray make me think that they're not going to fall off the cliff next season?
Yeah.
Hell no.
All right, let me ask.
Listen, let me tell you one thing that will happen. Archie Gray will start the season well.
Yeah.
And
you get gassed.
Everyone will be gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Maddison.
By the end of the season, the talk will be a lot quieter.
100%, like it was last season. It's always the same because they fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
It's the way.
I agree with you. Yeah, it is unfortunately. It's one of them things.
Yeah, but the same way is
things can change. Of course.
Yeah, the same thing.
I think owner needs to change.
The same way, my man. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. Hooks is making me do this, isn't it? The same way Pochettino got probably an 11 and a shit squad of substitutes, not good enough, second place and whatever else plays. What's the difference between what you're doing at Arsenal right now? It's the same thing. You were nearly there, merchants, but you didn't get there. You haven't been there. Don't you dare glorify a fucking FA Cup.
I'm gonna be so honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. Yeah. Well, to be honest, all of these comparisons that are drawn between Arsenal and Tottenham are just air. Because
no, we already know this, but the way you go on here,
it's a moot point because in Tottenham's heyday, their best period, and Arsenal's that coincided with Arsenal's worst ever period, we still won more trophies than them. They won no trophy.
But you know what is the perfect.
But you know what's weird? Rival fans will always back up Tottenham to make some weird points when.
No, I can't. Well, I can't lie.
When man chat to me about my club not winning trophies, but no one will ever say that to Tottenham. But then it's weird. Like,
no. I'm not that person. Listen, I still have Tottenham fans trying to chat to City. To be honest with you, they're a weird bunch, and I'm never going to back Tottenham fans. To be honest with you,
no, that's fair. I think it's universally agreed, isn't it?
The truth is with Tottenham, like
maybe.
For me, I honestly believe, that Tottenham need to change their owner and Daniel Levy. They're the guys that need to go because they seem to be the one consistent at that football club that goes with. And for me, when they were in the it was the Carabao Cup. Was it
the final? You're talking about the final with Jose
It was a
Mourinho.
Carabao, wasn't it? It was a
Mourinho,
Carabao
yeah.
against us, yeah.
They
Where
lost,
we
yeah.
and it was, remember, Carabao was in February, so at that point we weren't even looking great. They were in the final with Mourinho. Perfect chance to get a trophy. The fact that owner got rid of Mourinho, who's a serial winner, for me, that tells you everything you need to know about the owner, the structure there. And I think they're the ones that are holding this curse on the club. The fact that even now, with the amount of money they're earning and whatever else, that they're still not really going like that Kane money, bro. What happened to the Kane money
Last season?
Yeah, but who did they buy with it? They didn't spend it all.
Van de Ven,
how much?
Udogie.
I'm pretty certain if you go and look at how much they spent.
I think they spent
No,
the money
hold
well.
on, bro. Hold on. No. Because I've been doing YouTube long enough.
Oh, you're saying that where's the extra money?
I
Where's the
could
extra
go
part?
back to before they sold Kane last summer. And all I was seeing off of Tottenham fans is we have 150 million to spend before the Kane money comes in, right?
Half went on Johnson.
Yeah, that's mad. But that's another Levy thing where he just don't know. He thinks all mixed race brothers are the same and got the wrong one, right? So, but ultimately, I still think like he's holding them back. Like it's all good. He's done really, really well at managing Tottenham as a football club and getting them to a point with the new stadium, with everything in place. But why is he not unleashing it?
Do you know what it is, though? Remember, they have got a new stadium, which they are paying off for, which ultimately
I
means...
think they've pretty much got it
But you know
paid
what?
off,
You know what I find it hilarious? It's the same thing when we said, obviously, Daniel Levy needs to leave. Finance-wise, no. In the sporting side, maybe yes.
Yeah.
But the same way Cronkies, that these men were twerking for them to go out, now all of a sudden, he's doing everything right. All of a sudden, like people flip. And all of a sudden, Levy has allowed more money, lowered his pants a little bit, and said, you know what? Let his hair out, even though he's not got any, don't get me wrong. And actually spent a bit of bob. And this summer, he wants to also spend a bit of bob. So, and
maybe,
he's also paying
but we
for
always,
stadium.
but again, we always hear this. But we always hear this early doors of the transfer window as well. We always hear that Tottenham do want to spend a lot of money. But one thing by the end of it, we're still a bit underwhelmed with who they get.
Same way like Arsenal did. Tottenham changed the recruitment, their director of football, and even though that was probably kind of forced a little bit because of the situation, it did happen. And right now, their scouting is a lot better.
Do you know what? The thing is, it's one of them ones where this conversation is like the repeat conversation we have every summer about City, where people will say about City in the summer, I think they're going to drop off next season, and they'll give their reasons, and then we'll start the season badly, and everyone goes, see, I told you, Daps, in the summer, I told you. Same with Tottenham, yeah? We're here in the summer going, oh, you know what? They're trying to make moves. They're making some changes and whatever, and they will start the season well. But like Man City will come good in February. Tottenham will turn shit in February. It's just things that happen. It's just two things that happen, a bit like England.
Yeah. It's like that. But another one, last one, though. Arsenal are looking in his concrete interest this time. Like, it's actually confirmed. I think Kivior might be on his way out by the look of things then. But Calafiori, your boy, you know, the one that said I'll make you challengers, VD. Calafiori to Arsenal, they're really considering him. I think they might be the one that takes the actual approach.
Fabrizio said yesterday, keep an eye on Calafiori and Chelsea. Chelsea want a talented left-footed defender.
Well, like, I thought you had...
And he said, well, I mean, he'll be to play left-back, innit? And Fabrizio was saying, keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it.
Yeah, but
I don't know if we're going to make a push for it.
He's employed by you. Like, he will link you to everybody. Like, it's what he does.
This is some crazy copium.
When will you learn? When will you learn, man?
Well, I thought Badiashile and Levi Cole were talented left-footed defenders, you know? I thought Cucurella was...
I assume he's there to play left-back, innit? He's there to invert as an inverted fullback. Stuff like that.
I don't understand these, man. Honestly, I think you, man, are like, you know, what's that? I think Chelsea, I think Bowley or Egbarley, Stanley, I think they have FOMO for just about everyone.
That's what I think. That's why I reckon if Arsenal make a proper push for him, we're going to panic. We're going to panic. Like, no,
I think these men have done so much weed in their life that they're now paros. You know what I mean? They're a bunch of paros. They don't want no one getting no one talented. It's like, no, we'll have him. We can flip him. You know what I mean? Like, they're edgy. They're on edge, bro. I think you, man, are also mad on edge. I just don't understand it. But Arsenal, though, what they have, keep an eye on it. That's great. Arsenal have made an inquiry. They're getting his details. Do you know what I mean? They moved to him now.
But I've never,
Do you know what I mean? There's a mutual friend and they want his number. Her number. Do you know
Where
what
do you
I'm saying?
think? Where do you think Timber's going to play next season? By the way, and where do
He's
you
going to
think-
be utility man? I think.
I
Utility
think
man.
that he will be our starting left back.
left back. I'm thinking that as
So
well.
then where's
Because, Ben
Calafiori
White,
going to play?
because you look at it, Ben White was too good this season to not have nailed that right back position down for me. The him and
Unless
Saka
they
thing
change
works
our
too well. Yeah, exactly.
Unless they
And
change
then
our
Gabriel and Saliba, like me and
Nailed on
you
it.
both agree, bro. They're the two best centre backs in the league last season. So
Yeah.
then for me, the only issue at Arsenal was your left back, and
Yeah.
and you know we've seen from even when he was getting back to training and whatever that they're very positive on Timber. They want, and I think Timber's a good player. I think Timber might be like pretty much. I'm not going to say perfect your back four. That would be over the top, but he'll make your back four very fucking
Tick.
good. Yeah,
From what I saw, at least the minimal time that I got to watch him last season, to me, he just looked like he can do everything that Zinchenko does going forward, but he's just better defensively. That's literally what I saw in Timber. A better defensive option who can still do all the offensive options as a Zinchenko in that left back role.
And he can play DM as well.
Yeah, which is arguably what Arteta wanted. He wanted a left back that could do what Zinchenko does, but not be a complete liability defensively.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
I'm
felt
glad you man
so
have
bad
seen.
for him when he got injured. You know,
I
I felt so bad.
Yeah. But the maddest thing is, I like that you've actually seen now what we saw at City with Zinchenko, because, and by the way, I know you were linked with Cancelo at one point as well. He's exactly the same as Zinchenko, bro. But to be fair, he's probably better going forward. Not as good in midfield, but going forward with his crossing ability and passing ability. But defensively, he's just as bad as Zinchenko as well. Them two. That's why.
Yeah.
But I think that for me, Timber. Once Arsenal get Timber, their defense becomes even better, and their defense was good last season. So
I would say so.
But do you really think Calafiori, going into contract negotiations, be like, oh yeah, if I'm here, I'm gonna want to play. I want to start.
yeah, probably.
And they're saying, but Timber, but like we got Timber, like you're gonna have to hold it. He's not gonna do that. He ain't gonna be like, yeah,
that's
you know what?
that's
I'll
down
stay,
to the
man.
manager. That's down to the manager to do that.
Yeah, and this is why I'm liking what Arsenal's doing, is because I feel like we're trying to create an environment where if you want to compete for your place, you come to Arsenal. Yeah. And I feel that's what every club needs. Like for your club to get to that like higher level, you need good players in every position that are willing to compete and not just be like, oh, I know I'm going to be starting anyway. I guess the only real person in the squad that could, well, maybe I'd say 2-3 people in a squad that know they're going to be starting every game is probably Saka, Ødegaard, and Declan Rice. Probably the only 3 players.
And Saliba.
Maybe Saliba. Okay, Saliba as well. But if we bring in more defensive options and that changes, that's the only real, like, really, who do we really have that can go above a Saliba or a Gabriel right now?
I think the whole thing that I would say, I think City try when they speak to players, when they approach players, they say, look, if you want to be a guaranteed starter, then what do you want? Do you want to be a guaranteed starter week in, week out in the Premier League, or do you want to be part of a team that wins trophies?
That's what you
and part of a team that, all right, you're not going to play 55 games this season, but you're going to play 45 because we're trying to compete in every single trophy. Not one, every single trophy. And there is not a best 11, there's a squad, right? And it's the squad that wins trophies, not the best 11. Yeah. And I think Arsenal, I think you're right. Arsenal are trying to build that. It's hard once you get them there because you do have to balance it. Obviously, Calvin Phillips didn't work for him because he wasn't good enough to be part of, he wasn't. You have to be able to understand. That's why I think Jesus, for me personally, like Jesus gets that as well because that's how he played at City. Zinchenko got that because they were, and that's where I think sometimes maybe with the Jesus thing, I still would have played him out wide right more and not told him he will be the striker. Sorry, I'm got to go and deal with that.
Yeah. By the way, people, we're gonna be doing the England watch along. If you don't know, I'm gonna share it. If you ain't, look, in the pin, this is all you have to do. This is all you have to do. Bear with me. Let me know if you lot can see this. I'm gonna change it right now. Please sign up here. This should be super easy to do. Let me zoom in. This is all you have to do. Sign up here. It takes 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You have whatever username you want. Pick carefully. Then your email, password, and NAF here is the referral code to sign up and come watch me and Daps and Soups to watch England right now. It's in the pinned. I'll post it in the comments as well. It will put you to our watch along here, but then it will ask you to sign up right there. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do it. We're going to be going live pretty much right now. So on that notice, if you haven't done it yet, this is where you're going to find us doing Premier League watch-alongs as well, like including Man United, including Man City, and we're going to be bringing the likes of like Deji and everything. People are already there. We've got over 300 members. You know where it is, man. Love United, Chilius, Zar Spurs, Vinny, Kai. All of you guys do jump over. It's as easy as that. It takes 2 seconds, man. But other than that, we're going to go over there right now. So if you haven't done so yet, then go sign up, man. We're going to go live there now. But in a bit, man, a decent stream considering it was just before the England game. It's coming home, lads. It's coming home.